They say Carlisle is closing down. A dieback of high street shops, the smell of broken twigs in once more unleased buildings, this city dirty and dim and full of it, reacquainting itself with the ground like a garden gone brown for the long winter. Still, let us start with the river, with this wide stretch of the Eden, wheezing like an old woman towards the Firth. This broad slowing down of mud and tangle, this relentless progress of filth, a quickened temper roiling in its deep. In urban waters, the stories are told underneath. They surface with the spilling of banks, sit like a spectrum of oil on the runoff pooling in the streets, seep under living room doors to swell the skirting, daub themselves on walls. We smell them in the stench the floodwater leaves behind. There aren't many secrets left in this world. In this city, always on the edge of closing down, even the bodies rib-caged in the castle walls are known, overflow like too much water. The licking stones are bright and brim with all the talk of prisoners' tongues. Their sentences are close enough to taste. This at least remains. Though the city walls are incomplete again, this line drawn around belonging broken. The cathedral unbuilt to half its former size. They've crumbled brick by brick old Cangle's Lane, dismantled days when the Rex Bingo had yet to change its name, and the woman who served you watered pints was known as Erin Dawes, and other names that can't be said out loud. Remember when Hammond's Pond froze over, with nowhere for the geese to go, and the little train that used to run along the shore? Carlisle is closing down. In accents clinging to the edge of north, in dialect bordering on Scots. Let none of this be lost. Willows buffer the city. Crocuses stitch themselves to Paternoster Row, and all the seagulls of northern England are singing the raucous football chant of spring. A stand of leggings flowers in M&S, a utopia of stretch in all the sizes of the city. But we are the commonest of British women. The unexalted ground, on the border between big-arsed and strong, with Boudica built into our bones, not closing down but spreading, like the first flush of blossom in museum gardens, or the crowd blooming from the bus station, smelling of dust and diesel, a defiant ripple of arrival. They're planting bulbs again in Portland Square. The traffic orbits Hardwick Circus still. The boys pour fairy liquid in the fountain till the water forgets its own weight, becomes glister, a cluster of dragonflies swarming the sides of the underpass. In the alley that leads onto West Walls, where the tramps all sit and drink, the sun bridges the gap of sky to break on their upturned, closed-down eyes. The shoal of cast-off bottles shivers towards the river, pushes always onwards towards the sea. They say Carlisle is closing down, but church arrives with more tea.